do check-in. Let's do weekly check-ins. How has your week been? This week I want you to think of one thing that you really kind of were like, yes, I did that really well this week. Think about that. It's good to think about gratitude. Sorry, it's good to use gratitude and think about things in a positive light rather than going into like negative thinking. The more we think positively, the less chance we're going to have to think negatively. So think about something that's really, really gone well this week and write it down. Make sure that you write down all your achievements, no matter how big or small. Because then when you are maybe having a more rubbish day, a more kind of low mood day, excuse me, then you can look over those positive things and be like, yeah, I'm actually okay, even though I don't feel that great today. And as for me, my week has been much better-ish. I've been still battling low mood and no motivation and no energy. So doing everything is quite challenging. But I tell you what, this vlog really does keep me going, makes me really happy. All your comments and follows, welcome new subscribers as well. It's really great to have you in the community. It's really great hearing your comments and finding out what you're up to rather than just listening to little old me. This video is actually called My TV Favourites, so I'm going to go through my TV favourites now. I'm really excited about sharing this with you, but please make sure that you tell me in the comments below what are your favourite programmes. So I've made a list. I'm not going to do these in any order because I've just written them down in a bit of a messy order, so let's just go from here, shall we? So Friends, the TV show Friends, that has probably been one of my favourite shows since I was a kid, when it was first aired in the 90s, in the mid to late 90s, and I've always loved it. The fact that it's still repeated on TV is quite mad as well, considering how old it is. But classic, love Friends, love all the characters, and you know, me and my friends, we like to, you know, do all the quotes and all the famous lines from the show. So Friends is one of my top ones. But I do love my cartoons, my adult cartoons. That sounds a bit weird. Things like Family Guy. Well, Family Guy is probably, I'd say it's probably the funniest programme in the world. I absolutely love it. I can watch it and it always cheers me up. Even if I've seen the same episode millions of times, which I have. Absolutely love it. And American Dad, but Family Guy for me. Seth MacFarlane. Ooh, you are a legend. I absolutely think. And Ted, the film she did with Ted as well, that was really good. What else? I've recently got into Rick and Morty. That's on Netflix, I think. Really, really funny. Just really funny cartoons. Just really silly. I love being a bit silly sometimes. You know, I can get very serious with my mental illness. So it's really fun sometimes to just be silly. And Rick and Morty is definitely that. Game of Thrones, everyone probably loves Game of Thrones, but I absolutely love it. I'm never really, not usually into those sort of things, you know, the kind of period costumes and things like that. I usually kind of like a lot more real stuff, and I'm, you know, not really into sort of like, you know, what's it called? Lord of the Rings and things like that, fantasies kind of thing. It's not really my thing, not really my cup of tea. I will watch, but something about Game of Thrones, I just absolutely love it. I love the characters. I love the way the women are written in it, because, you know, I studied cinema, I studied a lot of film, doing my degree, and did a lot of studying about the objectification of women in cinema, and how women are kind of either portrayed as, you know, the sort of older woman, or they'll have like the young beautiful person, or then like the child. So women have only got these certain roles that they can be in, and they're usually objectified by men as well. So they're kind of either, you know, got the boobs or the long legs or something like that. And when I've watched Game of Thrones the first time, I saw how women were portrayed in this, and what's his name, George R. R. Martin, who writes it, I think he's kind of like, well, I just write normal women. But it's like, but yes, you do, but no one else has captured women the way you have in Game of Thrones. They're really powerful, and the women are leading it, which doesn't happen a lot in TV and cinema. It's still very much led by men. I'm not trying to be like dissing men here or anything like that, but I'm just saying that it's so good to finally have a real representation of, an accurate representation of women. This leads me on to my next, which is my new discovery on the telly, which is The Handmaid's Tale. Oh my god, it is amazing. I've just like started watching it. I'm only on I just finished episode 5 last night. Absolutely incredible. And again, it's there's a lot of talk about what feminism is and what feminism is in the media and things like that. Watch The Handmaid's Tale, because that is feminism straight in your face. And I studied a bit of feminism when I was at my degree as well. Studied a lot of feminist literature, not literature, feminist filmmaking and things like that. And it's just, oh, it's mind-blowing. The story's great, the costume's great, absolutely hooked. And yeah, really, really good. My arm is aching. I'm going to switch hands now. So that's my new discovery. Another new discovery I've had is a cartoon called Big Mouth. And this is absolutely bonkers. And it's, I think it's also on Netflix. Andy and I discovered it the other evening and it is hysterical. I won't tell you too much about it, and probably most of it is quite offensive, so, but I would check that out, and that's also on Netflix. Oh, The Handmaid's Tale, I think, is on all 4. Yeah, all 4. What else? Oh, it's a bit old. Well, not a bit old now. Friends is old. Breaking Bad. That was absolutely groundbreaking for me. Mind-blowingly good. Fantastic acting, fantastic writing, and it really transformed the whole kind of box set genre. You know, it was usually, you know, you do a series and every series would have the sort of beginning, middle and end, but it was, I reckon it was one of the first times really that you had this arc that went across the whole of the series. Absolutely incredible. Really, really love it. What else do I like? Oh yeah, The Walking Dead. Oh my god, I love it. I love it. I mean, you know I love my horror films, so when they did a TV series about zombies, I was mind blown, and I absolutely love it. It's going to be back on telly in a couple of weeks, maybe, yeah, 2 weeks. So I'm really excited about that. Obviously, not one for you younger peeps. I think it's an 18, but really, really good. And I think it's just got better and better. And Negan is one of the most evil characters, but he's absolutely brilliant, really well done. I really recommend all these programs, but only if you're obviously of the suitable age to view them. And one of my other favourite comedies, oh no, oh hello, one of my other favourite ones is Broad City. That new series is just is going to be starting soon. That's on Comedy Central, and that is so funny. Yes, Queen. Sorry, I absolutely love it. Abby and Alana, you're fantastic writers, directors. I want to be your friend. So let's tell you about some of my guilty pleasures now, because they all sound pretty cool, those programmes, but I do watch rubbish. Mainly The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. There are many Real Housewives versions, but I watched the Beverly Hills one, loved it for a very, very long time. And Dance Mums. So I started watching Dance Mums because I love Sia. Hi Sia. We're friends, you know. No, we're not. Shut up, Gemma. Yeah, I started watching it because I've Sia and Maddie Ziegler that does the dancing in Sia's videos, and then Abby Lee Miller is just hilarious to watch. It's all trash, but I love it. And and I think that's probably my main list at the moment. There's probably loads of other things I've forgotten. But what I forgot to say in my film favourites, I didn't talk about the comedies that I like. I love comedies, and I love Seth Rogen. My two Seths, Seth Rogen and Seth MacFarlane. Peace. I love what you guys do. It's hilarious. And Sausage Party, whoa, hysterically crazy. And This Is the End as well. So I forgot to say those films last time, so I'm sneaking them in. So those are my main sort of TV favourites. I have to say I love a box set. I love tucking into a box set on a cosy autumnal day. It's really, really good. Right, I'm just going to end now with the map. This video is actually quite long for one of my vlogs. So we've got, here we go again, Gem. Fiddle. Indonesia. Welcome, Indonesia. Why do I do this? Just put it there, Gemma, so you can see what you're doing. God, stupid. So Indonesia, India, someone, oh, for goodness sake, you need to get better at this. India, someone in Angola, hopefully you can see that, and someone in Morocco. Oh, Casablanca, love that film. So that's where I'm going to end today with the map. Thanks for all your wonderful comments, likes, everything. Welcome to my new subscribers. If you haven't liked or subscribed, then please do so. It's really good to have you in the community. And please take care of yourselves. Have a good week. Challenge those negative thoughts. Pick out something that you think, yes,